Imagine for a moment what it would be like to experience levels of suffering so great that your mind perceives the only way to cease the suffering is to cease to exist itself. What's up, everybody? My name is Tyler Adolfo. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Today's topic is a very serious one. I'm going to talk about a period of time in my life when I was extremely suicidal. Fortunately for myself, my family, and those who care about me, I did not act on those suicidal thoughts that I had. But I thought it would be an interesting topic to discuss, to let the world know that I wasn't always in the place that I am today. Right now, I'm in a much better place, of course. I'm not at absolute rock bottom. And there was a time, though, when I was at rock bottom. There have been multiple moments in my life. We won't be discussing all of them here. For time's sake, in this video, I'll be discussing a time period of 2 years ago. We're going back to the year 2022. This was by far the worst year of my life. And I've been alive for 26 years, coming on 27 years this December. And 2022 was the worst year of my life thus far. I had a 6-month long manic episode. I'm talking full-blown mania with psychosis that took place during my junior year of college and went into multiple months after my fall semester of college. So it went from October 2021 to approximately March of 2022. During this manic episode, I said and did a lot of extremely embarrassing things. I suffered a great deal of consequences as a result of poor decision making, which was the product of my mania. I experienced a wide array, a far range of delusions and hallucinations, which impaired my ability to act rationally and conduct myself as I normally would. This manic episode truly took over my life. I lost control of my central command center. I lost control of who I was. I was somebody different during those 6 months. And in the aftermath, there was a great deal of problems I had to deal with. I lost every cornerstone of my life. Everything that helped define who Tyler Adolfo was now gone. I lost my education because I got expelled after getting into a fight. After getting into a fight, I was arrested and was now facing charges which combined had me facing over 20 years in prison. I got expelled by my social fraternity, which I took a great deal of pride in. And I still have very fond memories of that time being in that social fraternity. And I wish things could be different. I miss my friends in that organization. I miss the relationships that I had there. And that's been by far the toughest part for me, and it was the toughest thing to cope with in the aftermath of my manic episode, is I felt just so embarrassed about the things that I said and did to these amazing people who were there for me at the times of my life when I was in great struggle. And I basically just turned on all of them. And I understand why many of them feel betrayed. I understand why most of them probably want nothing to do with me ever again. Although I did reach out to some of them this year, actually. Just text message saying, explaining the situation. And of the brothers I've reached out to so far, all has been forgiven. And they don't hold any harsh judgments of me. So I'm very grateful that I had the courage to reach out and just kind of tread the waters and see what some of them would say. I just wish it could be the case with every brother, but that's too big of an ask. So in the aftermath of this, of losing my education, of losing my friends, of facing 20 years in prison, of losing my job as a marketing intern for a chamber of commerce, I fell into a deep abyss of depression. I felt so much embarrassment, guilt, and shame. I was guilty about the relationships I had destroyed, and about the things I said about people that I cared about, calling people Nazis and calling people rapists, and just saying things that simply weren't true, but things that at the moment I genuinely believed. I was embarrassed about the things I posted on social media and disseminated across all my social media platforms for the entire world of Tyler Adolfo to see. Friends on Instagram, my fraternity brothers on Instagram, uh, my workplace on Instagram, former teachers that I had added on my Facebook, the community Facebook page for my town, where everybody in my town could see my crazy rantings. Truly embarrassing. And I just feel ashamed because it made me feel different. It made me feel like lesser of a person than other people. Why am I part of this 1% of people globally that suffer from this rare illness? 99% of people don't deal with bipolar disorder. I have bipolar type 1 with psychotic features. I experienced full-blown mania with psychosis. I had a total psychotic break with reality. Most people will never know what that's like. So I feel like I was less of a person at that time. That in a way I was worthless. And these beliefs were solidified by the fact that I was dealing with levels of loneliness that I never felt before. I went from being in a social fraternity, having tons of friends, to now suddenly having no one that I could go to talk about the feelings I was experiencing or the things that I was thinking. I had nobody that I could go to. And it was tough. This was a traumatic accumulation of events that happened to me. You know, the mania was just one overarching quality, but there were subsets of that, subsets of events, all of which culminated in acting as the catalyst for my downfall and bringing me into that place of despair where nobody wanted anything to do with me. Truly. My own friends, I lost all of them. And thankfully, I never acted on what would eventually become my suicidal thoughts. You know, I was feeling worthless. I was suffering. I felt overwhelmed with depression and anxiety. And I just did not know how to reconstruct my life in the aftermath of this manic episode. I did not know where to even begin. My entire foundation had been shattered. Every cornerstone of my life was gone, and I now had to figure out how to reassemble the bricks of the temple of Tyler Adolfo so that I could stand strong once again. And I did so. With persistence, I did so. With a lot of luck, I feel like I did so. Greatest of all, with time. I survived. That's why I say I got lucky. There's lots of people with bipolar who, after going through a manic episode, they do act on their thoughts and unfortunately are then no longer with their family or friends to be further loved and so forth. Time can truly make things better. Life can truly become better with the passage of time. I'm living proof of that because this is the position I was in 2 years ago in 2022. And now in 2024, I'm saving up money so that I could finish my education again at a different university, or possibly even go back to the one that I got expelled from because I'm appealing it right now. I'm working a job again, and I just got promoted to a position of management where I'm going to be leading over other people and have to demonstrate conscientious leadership in order to be effective and make sure that the job gets done. So I have a position of responsibility again. I have that sense of purpose. When I wake up in the morning, I have some place that I have to go and be important. Friendship-wise, that's the tougher part. That's a part of me that's still missing. That's a part of me that still eats away at me. But I do better with it today than I did then. The racing thoughts aren't as severe as they once were. Some nights I don't have the racing thoughts at all, and I'm blessed to have that be the case. But none of this would have been possible without the passage of time, which is why I say I'm lucky. I'm lucky I survived this. Not everyone is so fortunate. Please don't give up, anyone out there who is struggling. I sincerely do believe that things can get better for anyone and everybody. And although I can't directly put myself in your shoes and walk around in them, as Atticus Finch would say in To Kill a Mockingbird, I can definitely try. I've been in a rough place, as I'm sure many of you have, and I've made it to the other side. And I just want you to understand that you can do this too. And there will be many obstacles along the way. I'm sure the obstacles of my life aren't even close to done yet. This was just one manic episode. What if I have another one that throws me in turmoil and takes away all my progress? It's possible. But I got to do what I can to prevent that from happening. That's why I take my medications. That's why I now exercise consistently. I'm doing everything within my power to make sure that I can prevent something like this from happening again. But it could happen again, and if it does, I feel like I'll be in a better position for it. Don't give up. And remember this Calvin Coolidge quote: "Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent." Thank you all for watching, everybody. My name is Tyler Adolfo. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Take care, everybody.